Why do we need prison? At first, this feels like a dumb question with an obvious answer. Bad people must be punished. But I press, why is this? Punishment is undesirable. Why should we force undesirable things on others? As the old adage goes, if we kill killers, what makes us different? In my previous video on fairness and justice, we discussed that the fair consequence for immorality is a detriment. This leads us to the first purpose of prison. Prison as a deterrent. Prison cannot be a nice place of fun and excitement. Instead, it must be dull and dreary, so it appears as a detriment to anyone that enters it. Citizens must look at a crime, say stealing money from a store, and recognize that the benefits of getting away with the crime, an extra $500 in their pocket, is in no way worth the detriments of getting caught, spending 10 years in prison. When prison serves its purpose as a deterrent, crime is de-incentivized and we see an increase in law-abiding citizens. While it may be easier to have a black and white view of the world, with citizens being good people and prisoners being bad people, this view does not reflect the truth. In reality, people are far more nuanced, and while prisoners committed an evil with the knowledge of the consequences, they do not deserve the punishment in how we often think of it. As we discussed before, prison is a deterrent, not a place of revenge. We should take no joy in carrying out justice. Instead, we should do it with a heavy heart, recognizing our actions as necessary for the good of the world. The attitude we have when carrying out justice does matter, and we should strive for empathy and reject sadism. The best example of these attitudes can be found in 12 Angry Men, a movie starring Henry Fonda, which is about, 12 men who are all angry. The movie explores the jury system in America and the different types of people often found there. There are two characters I want to focus on more than the rest. Juror number 3 and juror number 8. Juror number 8 shows an empathetic approach to the justice system, wanting to give the defendant the benefit of the doubt and leans on the idea of burden of proof. Juror number 3 is the polar opposite, showing a sadistic nature and desire to see the defendant suffer. The desire for others to feel pain is not found in any logical basis, but instead as an emotional heuristic that should be curbed the second it rears its head. We should strive to meet juror number 8's desire to carry out justice in the most humane way possible, with him holding punishment back unless he is sure the defendant is guilty. This empathetic view of criminals is what drives the second purpose of prison as rehabilitation. Now more than ever, we have seen a push for prison to rehabilitate prisoners. How we go about this is a highly controversial topic. However, the empathetic human can agree that prisoners, more than anyone, are beings that need aid so that they can live healthy lives. Prisoners are not the enemy, but instead are brothers and sisters who have made poor decisions. When prison serves its purpose as rehabilitation, prisoners are less likely to reoffend, and we see an increase in law-abiding citizens. Unfortunately, the dark truth reality is that there are some individuals that are too dangerous to allow back in society. I speak of terrorists, serial killers, and mass shooters. We cannot currently rehabilitate these people, and they pose too much of a threat to society to allow them to re-enter it. This shows the third and final purpose of prison as protection. School shooters show the psychology of people who desire nothing more than to bring pain on others. There is no convincing these people otherwise. They are broken and unrepairable. Because of this, we must put them in a cell and throw away the key. They cannot be trusted around other humans as they are prone to hurt them. This is by far the most sobering purpose of prison, as it requires us to deny our empathy and categorize these people as the enemy. However, when prison serves this purpose, the purpose to protect, we see a decrease in pain and in grief in our world. As with our discussion on fairness, understanding what the goal of prison is allows us to have elevated discussions on how the prison system should function so that these three purposes of prison are fulfilled. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. You can email me your thoughts or comment them down below, whatever you want. Earlier in this video, I mentioned another video I had out about fairness and justice, and it's very similar to this one. So if you like this one, go ahead and check that one out as well. I'll be releasing another video soon about racism and selfishness and how they're actually much more similar than we often think. I'll have that video out pretty soon, so go ahead and subscribe, and you can stick around and see that.